Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your general reading for January 2021, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope this video finds you well. I do want to start this video with talking about this huge shift in energy. Like, I've pretty much talked about this in every video, and some more than others, but I feel like this information is going to affect some of you a little bit differently. So we had Jupiter and Saturn move into Aquarius on December 21st, and it was known as the Great Conjunction. It's a whole Age of Aquarian thing. A lot of you that are probably watching this video that live in the 5D already know about what the Age of Aquarius is, or if you follow astrology in general and you're not a spiritual practitioner truly and you just believe in the stars, you know, this is something that doesn't happen very often. This hasn't happened in 600 years, and the last time it did, the birth of the Renaissance, creative, I don't even know how to get into it, because we just had this burst forward and this huge movement forward. And when I was kind of pulling in the energy of Sagittarius and what was happening with you guys, what was going to be coming to you in the new year, what you would be experiencing early on, and what would be like shifting there, I kept seeing the need to take steps forward and into a new life that was a little different than what you were before. And a lot of you felt a little apprehensive over the case, and I'm not so certain exactly as to why. I mean, there's a whole lot of instances that can get us from point A to point B, and all our individual paths are completely different. But with this shift of Jupiter, especially because Jupiter is your ruling planet, and that is the planet of expansion, of growth in general. And now that it's shifted out of Capricorn and into Aquarius, like the sign of higher minds, higher intellect, and higher consciousness as an overall, especially for humanity. And this spectrum that we've all received is like a huge download to our system and everything that we practice and feel and do here on Earth. And I know that energy, once you guys are able to kind of notice it and step into it, that you're going to be able to leave this space that you've been in. Because when I was sitting with the Sagittarius energy, I kept seeing your belief system changing and transformation happening before you. And this is for what I was pulling in for January. So like, this is probably something that's starting to happen or is going to be taking place this month. You guys are embracing a new space and not holding any expectations anymore. You've left a lot of things behind because there were so many themes of turning away, and not just even in the physical form that I felt from like in my body for you guys. As I did a pre-shuffle spread, so many cards like the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups, the Chariot, like just different energies of moving forward and moving away were very, very present. So I did want to touch base on that. And there was also, like, for some of you that might connect, but as a general spectrum, I did pull in a sense of fear and a fear in this change. And I want to remind each and every one of you that it's not always something that you have to fear. Like, fear is inevitable. We're going to feel that, but we need to embrace it and like kind of let that sit with that energy for a little bit and like welcome that fear. But then also remember to release it, because change can't truly happen unless you let go of what makes you fearful. And half the time, the things that you fear, that you end up saying, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and go on with this anyways. Dude, that's the most expansive change, and that's Jupiter energy right there. And like, this is going to be so amazing for you guys in general. Like, you guys are going to have so much renewal coming in, so much light in general, and such a visionary eye for what you want to bring into your space. So I did want to like drop all that for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump into your reading. This is going to be for Sagittarius for January 2021, and this is the big one. This isn't anything that I foretold. We're going to get all new energy here, Spirit. So what are Sagittarius's highest messages at this time, Spirit? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I do also want to let some of you guys know, because I'm sitting here looking over my notes, and a lot of you could have lost something you cared about. No matter what that sense is, it could have been a job, it could have been a person. There wasn't a huge theme of what exactly that was. I did see the Ace of Cups in the reading, and it was something that showed that you guys had stepped out of like probably what makes you completely comfortable, and then we walked into that place of fear that I was just talking about. So I'm glad I made mention of that really quick. So let's get this new energy for Sagittarius. I'm gonna do 2 more shuffles. your overall theme for the reading is going to be the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is a card in general that's going to lead, oh my gosh, you guys. Like, I'm so happy I pulled that away from this card. I don't always like grab this card, but here lately I've been like looking at the bottom of the deck still, like even after pulling a card to explain it to you guys. And we have the 6 and the 7 of Cups here. So you guys are going to be returning to an energy that you probably felt before, that you felt like you had to give up on in general. Because the 7 of Cups is all about daydreaming and seeing everything that you've wanted and that you can have all before you. You know what I mean? Like, this person is sitting here looking up at the clouds, and he's got all these cups with all these different things in it. We've got jewelry in one. We've got a wreath, which is a sign of like wholeness and like victory. And then we've got like fruits and just different energies in each cup. And it shows that you guys are looking out on a lot right now. And whatever that is that you're starting to look out on is seeming so hopeful. It's seeming like it's going to take care of you so well. It's going to be this most harmonious of timed energy. Oh. There's that turning away again. There's that Ace of Cups again. We're going to reshuffle and we're going to pull some clarifying cards. So far we have the 6 of Swords, the 2 of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. So just off the bat, I can already see that you guys are a little bit in your head, a little bit blinded by this that happened to you. The 2 of Swords is usually a card of confusion. It's a card of not knowing all the answers. It's very emotional as well because you're dealing with emotions. You've got all this water behind you. We've also got the moon being illuminated, which is secrets being revealed to you. And this I called her this bitch. Sorry if I offended you, but this bitch is wearing this blindfold on her face, and she's got these swords wielding up. And swords are all about action and kind of an energy of needing to kind of cut through something, to make something known, to have clarity and be clear in your actions or just in your mind in general. And this person is not so sure about things, but the moon always tells us that secrets are going to be revealed or just answers will be revealed. And a lot of times it's to look into yourself whenever you're doing that. And that wasn't your first card out. That was just like a first card that like I wanted to make mention on. Your very first card out was the 6 of Swords, and this shows you packing up the things that you need and taking them with you and moving on. This person not only is moving on, but he's moving out of choppy waters, these waters that are really rough. And look how calm it is over here. We can see trees and life again. So like I said, you guys have this huge sense of renewal and moving on to something. And what's after the 2 of Swords? The Ace of Cups, which is renewal. It's your cups being filled. Peace and happiness in general, because we have this dove here dropping down into this cup that's causing this to overflow. We've got all these lilies and energies down here that are all about peace and tranquility. And then we finalize and pull into an outcome of the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, overall abundance, having what matters, finding value in things and being able to keep them. This is also like the end of a cycle too. 10s are always the end of a cycle. And I would say, since you turned around, what you're heading for, because this is your final outcome card, and what you're heading towards right now is just going to be a place overall that's going to be financially stable for you. You're going to have your comforts there. And it's like overall completion. What you have whenever you end up in this space is all you'll ever need. You don't have need for anything else. And a lot of that could be like a love coming in. But I think this is a lot because of what I was sitting with you guys before. A lot of this is just that embracing that change and kind of like clearing up those final answers of things that you need to kind of like have more sight on or need to feel in that moment. In the 6 of Swords is representative of you right now, and that's you turning away. Your challenge right now is to take that blindfold off with this 2 of Swords and be illuminated to the answers. Your advice from Spirit is the Ace of Cups, which is like peace and tranquility. They want you to be happy. They want you to feel that you're in yourself and that your cup is back overflowing again, so you don't have to feel fearful. And like when your cup is filled, you can have that visionary energy that I spoke of earlier. And because visionary energy is what's going to bring in this. Whenever you're setting your goals on the things that you want to bring into your life that are going to abundantly fill you, then guess what's going to be filled in your like cup? Abundance in general. Your home hearth energy is going to be warmed. We're going to go through and pull some clarifying cards just for this bottom row with the main deck that I did again. I got one trying to pop out. Just doing a little shuffle to get them mixed back up. Let's clarify the 6 of Swords for Sagittarius. You have the Four of Wands, card of unionship, a card of happiness, a card of celebration. What you guys have left and turned away and moved towards is definitely something that's going to bring you a lot more stability and security and just a feeling of like home. And this could have been a turn away to move on to something new with someone else, just moving into a new direction in general, because where you're headed this is just as abundantly filled as that Ten of Pentacles. The four represents, the number four represents stability. It represents home foundation, a foundation in general. A strong foundation at that. Let's get clarifying for the Two of Swords. We have the Two of Pentacles. Ace of Cups is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Swords. And then we have the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And Seven of Wands is usually facing adversity. You've got all these people trying to hit you with their, or not even trying to hit you, but just trying to like combat with you, and you're kind of having to stand your ground and back these motherfuckers off. Like, I'm feeling so strong, yeah. And like, you've wished for that. You've wished for that strength to be resilient and to take on whatever it is, and whatever challenges comes up against you, you're knocking down, and like your boundary is dissolved. There are no boundaries for you with that card. So let's like look over this overall energy. Six of Swords being clarified by the Four of Wands. I've talked about, you know, you're moving, what you've moved, turned away and moved on to, what you're entering into, that's a more of a calm place, is a place that of home foundations, of a place that you're going to feel more secure. The Two of Swords is clarified by the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles, this energy can definitely take on too much at one time sometimes, but at the same time, whenever he takes on that much at one time, has too much on his plate, he can handle all those things. He's all the mastery of balance. He's got that infinity symbol right there, which the infinity symbol of the 8 shows like come and go. It's everything's connected, and I'm drawing on the screen. I hope y'all can see that 8. But regardless, this person, like, you see how like rough these waters are back here, and I mentioned the water looks the same down here in the bottom of this card. But no matter what's going on behind him, no matter how crazy, how chaotic things are, he is able to meet those challenges and face them, like, and master them, get through them. Nothing is going to stand in his way. He's going to remain balanced during this time. This card also can be indicative of, for some of you, making a choice between two things. We do have the Two of Swords here, and they're holding two swords. And then this person's holding the Two Pentacles, and Pentacles represent our earthly material matters, our health, and like this overall spread screams health, not necessarily health where you're sick or anything like that, but mental health just as much, because this is, like I said, all about mentality, and this health that you're gaining right now is like a little bit more balanced in general. But they're both twos, and twos are about balance. Two of Pentacles specifically is about making a decision between two things. So maybe where you guys have that blindfold on right now, you're still trying to make a decision about something because something just still does not make sense to you. I'm getting that for a good selection of you guys. But whatever it is, like, remember that whenever you do take that blindfold off, you have all the answers already in front of you. You're going to be able to make that decision, no matter how emotional the background can be. Right where you stand at forefront, it's not confusing. Ace of Cups is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is learning a new skill. Overall, bringing in something new. This person is normally a naive, like the pages are all naive in a certain way, but naivety is something that when we start to replace naivety with knowledge and replace that ignorance with a sense of like understanding, then we're able to grasp onto something in a completely different way than we ever have before. This background is all illuminated by the sunlight, and I just talked about the moon sharing so much illumination. So I'm pretty sure whatever this answer that you guys are looking for is going to present itself to you. But the Page of Pentacles is a fresh start, definitely a new beginning. Maybe some of you guys with financial starts, maybe this turn and this move away is going to lead to so much security within your life in general. We are going to go further into this in a second and kind of deeper clarify these cards, but I want to move on to this Ten of Pentacles energy because we have the Knight of Swords automatically clarifying it. And these two energies together, this screams to me that this energy is coming in fast. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving person in the whole deck. literally in the whole entire deck. He is traveling against the odds. The wind's blowing at him, and he's still able to charge through. It's like basically a hurricane is right in front of his face, and he's like, you know what, these winds, I'm buckling up. And you guys are super direct as a sign in general. You guys are so casual. You guys are so assertive in your words, and this is like definitely being assertive with your words. Both of these, like I said, are cards of voice, of using your speech in general, because swords are all about taking action, but they deal with mental clarity and communication. And I can see that you guys are using your voice a lot right now to kind of bring in this new change. But regardless, if you're not using your voice in this sense, you're definitely using your mind to get somewhere very, very fast. It's like you've picked up this energy where you've just turned away, and you already can like kind of start to see, versus this one little bit of confusion. Past that confusion, you guys are like really quickly making this decision that like, no, this is what I want. I don't want that sadness that came from the Six of Swords, because this comes after the Five of Swords. Sixes are all about moving on and gaining recognition, about victory and success in general. And I think you guys are going to be successful where you're heading next. I'm going to go ahead and clarify. Find this card that flipped over and get it flipped back over. I'm not hearing that they want me to take it, so I'm going to keep it in there. Spirit, can we clarify the Six of Swords? Where is Sagittarius moving away, or what is Sagittarius moving away from? What is this new energy that's getting brought into them? What did they... Right, that one flipped over. I'm going to take that one this time. We have the Three of Wands. What you guys are turning away from is definitely like a new vision. Like I said, you guys are feeling visionary energy in general, and maybe this is inspiration. This is manifestation, this card in general. The Three of Wands is all about manifesting. This person's looking out on the world and waiting for like the new energies to come into him. So you guys are turning away because you just couldn't stand whatever this was, the old way you were living in general. You're like, nope, I can't have this. I'm going to have to discard these certain things that are in my life and only take what's needed at this time, because I have places to go. I have visions for myself, and clearly the way I've been doing it hasn't been working. Let's get one more clarifying card for the Six of Swords with the Three of Wands. Yep. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is usually a card of deceit, of trickery, of something not being like quite told or being withheld from you. This person is trying to sneak. There's a military base in this background, and you know, some of you guys, like, I'm not going to say that this is the card of military in general, but it's just showing that these swords are being stored at this military base, and this person's left 2 swords behind, but he's grabbed 5 of them and he's running off with them. Like, he's looking back as if like, ooh, I got away with something. But I think what you're getting away with isn't something that you used or got through deceivement or were deceived by somebody else. You could have been. Some of you guys had somebody that caused this energy right here for you to turn away, because we also have this 6 and the 7 of Swords here now that I'm actually paying that attention. And these 2 cards are super connected, just because from 6 to 7, that's transition forward. And I think this more stands out for you. I will touch base really quick, just because they are telling me that for some of you, somebody could have deceived you, and that deceivement or that trickery, that secrets and illusions that they were hiding from you are what's caused you to like say, no, you know what, I got to take the reins to my own life and I've got to move forward. You'll understand what the reins to my life meant later and why I'm giggling right now. But I got to take the reins of my life and move forward, because this energy isn't for me. At the same time, on the flip side, the 7 of Swords also, especially paired with these 2 cards together, and this as 2 clarifying, and this being its manifestor card, being paired these 2 together, I think you're just taking what you needed and you threw it all in this boat, because you left this situation, whatever this situation was, where you had to leave a couple of things behind that didn't matter to you. Like I was just saying before I even pulled it, and you took what was needed, threw it in your boat, and you said, you know what, fuck this crazy shit, I'm out. I'm seeing that SpongeBob meme, and everybody knows that damn SpongeBob meme. I'm gonna head out. Like, he's lifting from that chair. I'm so over myself right now. What is this 4 of Wands for Sagittarius? I love that for you guys, by the way. Like, taking only what's needed and like what this serves your purpose. That's great. A grand gesture. What is this 4 of Wands for Sagittarius? I'm going to take this card originally. It's starting to slide out. So we have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is about being stuck. And as you can see, this person right now is blindfolded as well. So we've got two figures here with a strap around their eyes like they can't see. They can't see forward. We also have more swords. We have mental energy here. We've got that castle in the background. And you know what? This is clarifying the Four of Wands, where everything is super, look at the difference in these cards. The structure that you have all your wands here, and wands are all about action and passion. They've got this fruits and like the herbs and flowers and everything beautifully like adorned above this. People are cheering in this card. And then look at this card. This person's bound and restricted, but they're not restricted too much because these ropes are dropping off of them. Sagittarius, Scorpio had this energy in their reading a good bit as well, and like overall energy that I was pulling in for the collective. And it's fun because you guys are right neighboring each other from Scorpio. We move right into Sagittarius. But this person's really restrictive and bound, but if they just dropped and like wiggled a little bit, they would shake those ropes off and be able to like then take off the blindfold and see that this castle is still right there behind them. They're just like down the hill and like in the murky parts of things right now. I'm going to get one more clarifying card for it. And one was left down on the table when I went to pick up the deck, so I'm going to take it because it's the Four of Wands. So we have the Four of Wands clarifying the Four of Wands with the Eight of Swords. I think the message overall is you guys need to like cover that up. You guys need to take off whatever's kind of still restricting you, whatever you feel like you might be noticing something with that you took in this, like I said, those swords you took with you. The things that you took with you that were going to serve you purpose. Maybe there's still a couple of things that you left out of that energy with that you didn't technically need, and you need to kind of like focus in on this and let those things go as well. And that's probably what you're confused about right now. As we're about to clarify that card, but that is probably what you guys are confused about right now is this energy still going to be this way? If like when I start again, am I going to be able to feel this? You will be able to feel that. Let's clarify the Two of Swords. Please, Spirit, thank you. The Sun. Whenever we have the Sun energy, everything is illuminated. Happiness is there. Victory is there. You're feeling your vitality, feeling yourself. Very, very clear. Very, very warm and nurtured and just full of like golden glowing energy. And I don't know why, but I'm sitting here smacking you guys in the face with it as if you need to like realize this. But once you take that blindfold off, what did I say? There's no illusion. Whenever the sun illuminates the moon, and whenever the moon isn't there, we are in like pull on to sunlight. So you guys are definitely going to be like, aha moment. Like that's what I'm hearing right now. Aha, I figured it out. Let's get one more clarifying card for this sun energy. What is being illuminated? What is this energy that Sagittarius, we got the Tower, and pull one more. We got this Two of Swords, the Sun, and the Tower. Tower is big change. Tower is like foundation crumbling, so that way you can rebuild anew. This is, like I said, number 4 is all about foundation, and that's what you guys are trying to like move away and towards. So you guys like let destruction happen to you in general, but it's going to be okay because we have the Sun card here, and that's the happiest card in the entire, like, not even just in the major arcana. Out of all 78 cards in the tarot, it is the happiest, most abundant card that you can pull. Let's clarify this Tower and the Sun. Let's get one more card, Spirit. I like how that just kind of danced out. We have the Hangman. So seeing something from a different perspective. You guys are suspended right now, but his crown is illuminated, even though he's kind of strapped and hung upside down. And this is another energy we kind of got strapped in. But this person's all about higher consciousness in general, because while he's like hanging here, he's kind of using that downtime to reflect and grow. He's looking at things from a different perspective, almost like I'm kind of seeing a hawk. So if a hawk for any of you guys means anything, but hawks, they float over the sky, they fly over the sky and just kind of float and hover there. And they look zoomed out from like where we are on Earth, they see from that higher perspective and they're able to assess. So right now with that secrets, what I was telling you earlier when I first started talking about the Two of Swords, going within and using your intuition. Go into your intuition to see this other side. See that this big change that you've done and whatever needed else to go as well, or you're maybe realizing now that needs to go, is what's going to bring you into this space of this Four of Wands, into this 10 of Pentacles, and into this security, into this place. And like this is at the bottom of the deck right now, and I'm just going to mention it's the stars. The stars, hope, renewal, also Aquarian energy. I was talking about the age of Aquarius and this Jupiter energy in Aquarius and expansiveness and growth in general. You guys, like, you're going somewhere so freaking great. What is this Two of Pentacles? It's flipped over. I'm going to go ahead and take it. Page of Wands. Spark of a new idea. Spark of new creativity. Just passion and feeling energized. And like I said, the pages, we had the page at the bottom of your deck. And the page is all about naive energy. Page of Wands is a fresh new start to things. Oh, not at the end. I said, sorry, it wasn't at the bottom of the deck. It was at the Page of Pentacles that's sitting right here beside it. I'm way too focused in on this right now. But the Page of Wands has a spark of an idea, and he's like, I'm going to carry this idea out. So like whatever this decision I said that you needed to make, or these things that are too much on your plate, maybe you're adding one more thing on there and it's going to like make you feel like it's a little too much. I'm feeling that's a little too much for y'all because we are clarifying the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is like saying, well, the direction that I'm going and where I'm going to try, like this idea that I'm going to have, I'm not so sure about it. Let's get one more clarifying card. And I'm going to take this card because it's sideways. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Whew. We actually have 3 cards here. I thought just one card fell out. So we have the Seven of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. So we have, this is your main clarifying card. We have the Page of Wands, who I said was a new idea or the spark of inspiration. And regardless, you had this spark of inspiration once before. I'm feeling that right now for you. You guys already had this spark of inspiration because you used that inspiration to pack up all that shit in that Six of Swords and be like, all right, I gotta go. And where is that like gonna like take you to with this energy, this new idea, this new energy? Once again, we have, I know I just talked about it. Where was it? Oh, it was at the bottom of your deck. And here we are again. I was getting confused by this Page of Pentacles and what was at the bottom of the deck. And the bottom of the deck was the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, like I told you at the beginning, is a card of kind of like standing your ground. And when it comes in alignment, because just this is the first one that I saw fall out with this Page of Wands, both Wands energy, both creativity and passion and forces, but where I said all these people were kind of combating you and you were having to be a little defensive and stuff, maybe this new idea and this other spark of inspiration, or the same spark of inspiration, is overall still active in this energy, because that was what was at the beginning of your reading, was the Seven of Wands, and you have to kind of defend yourself and stand your ground and persevere and triumph over everything. Like, you can still do that again. This decision is requiring you to do that again, because like I said, for some of you, it's going to be a decision that you have to make for one more thing to maybe kind of be gone or something. Like, some of you could be, like I said, adding something new to your plate, but that's showing that you still got it, because like I said, there's no walls up there. The boundaries that are there are to you and for you. You're creating those boundaries for yourself. And I'm not speaking of boundaries where you're closed off to people. I'm saying boundaries where you're not letting people in. You're asserting yourself. There's so much swords already in this energy that I was saying some of you are using your voice. Some of your voice is saying like, hey, no, I had this the last time around and I'm not going to have it this time around. Like, and you know that securely for yourself. And why do you know that? Because we have the Eight of Pentacles here. And the Eight of Pentacles shows hard work and mastery. No matter what spectrum it is, this could be also for some of you, like job, career related. This move away could show that you're like refining your craft or anything, that, because this person, he's sitting here working hard. He's got this one that he just finished, pinnacle wise, and he's got these other things that he's already done, and he's already on to the next one. So it's showing refining. He's put in work, because all these things are technically the same, and these things could all be different. We did have the Seven of Cups energy underneath there, and we had all those cups filled with all these different things. You guys are mastering what you want and what you want to go after. But that's probably going to lead you into a place where you're bringing more inviting people into your life that you're able to share a cup with. You're able to trade off on things. The Two of Cups is once again balance. And we have balance here, and this whole section is 222. So if you guys are seeing 222 a lot, I would not be surprised. That is an angel number. Angels are letting you know that this is bringing balance and unionship into your life. Even if this is your masculine and feminine energies within yourself, being able to exchange and understand these things. The Two of Cups could be a person coming into your life, because this is almost like the Lover's card. This is a card of unionship between two people. These people are really secure with each other. This new turn away could also have brought you in alignment with somebody to where they're going to be better for this time around. And what are you doing in this new relationship or this new person that you're like have brought into your life? You're showing that I've spent a lot of time on myself. I have a lot of ideas that I have for my future, but I'm being really clear this time around on what I'm going to allow be in my life. That's the decision that you have to make, I think. I think you guys need to use your voice. If you guys have a new person in your life, make sure you're telling them and being sincere with your most authentic self this time around, so that way history doesn't repeat itself. I hadn't thought that phrase in a while, and that's something like cycle-wise. We got the end of cycles here with the Ten of Pentacles, and you don't want history to repeat yourself, because this is a place that you weren't at before. I mean, everybody's been at the Ten of Pentacles before, but it's somewhere that I know that I feel like you guys haven't been in a while. What is this Ace of Cups? What is this overflowing, abundant energy coming in for Sagittarius as the advice from Spirit? Magician flipped over. We're going to go ahead and take him. Magician is manifesting energy. They have all the tools before them to be able to do. Like I said, like we also have the Manifestor here. These are very, very similar looking cards in general. The only difference between these two cards is this is the person that's setting out this vision and saying, everything above me, below me, I'm sitting here on the earthly plane and I'm able to manifest what I want for myself. And this person's waiting for those things to come in. So you guys were basically looking for this energy, and that's what you've had all along, is the Magician by your side. The Magician is going to be able to, I mean, and that the Magician himself, like, I have to cut myself off because I'm hearing that he is mastery himself. And I've talked so much about mastery in the last little section. You know, this Eight of Pentacles energy, you guys actively know that you can refine and work on yourself, and that what you're bringing into your life that's going to help yourself reach this new level of your cup overflowing, yourself feeling fulfilled. You brought this on yourself. You guys, I'm so proud of you. Who did it? You. The number one. This is the first card in the major arcana after the Fool energy. Just to touch base on him, even though his energy isn't present, he's the leap of faith. He is taking a leap of faith. The Six of Swords was a leap of faith for you guys. It was the hop off of this. And why did you do it? Because you knew that you needed to manifest better for yourself, because what was happening was not worth it. What is this Magician on this Ace of Cups? Let's get some further clarification. Two of Pentacles. So we've got this. I love when this happens, because this has been happening for a few different people as I've kind of journeyed through the zodiac. And I've arrived, you guys, like I said, you guys are my 12th and final that I'm doing for this year, for this new channel that I have in general. And so many energies like are really strong within certain zodiacs, and you guys are one of those powerhouses right now, because we've gotten multiple cards coming up in the same areas. And what are you manifesting? You're manifesting balance in your life. You're being able to like take on all these new endeavors, and you're able to handle everything that's going to come at you right now. Everything that you've manifested, you're going to be able to handle. That's what I kept seeing with the Two of Pentacles here as an overall theme, is you guys have got this. You guys have got this. You are balanced more in yourself. What's this Page of Pentacles? Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Knight of Swords and the Emperor. You guys have chosen, and the new skill that you've developed is to be the boss of yourself. Nobody is going to boss you around anymore. There's no authority figures in your life. You're your own authority figure. That's what's coming in really hot and really clear. You sit at the forefront. It's no more being you put on the back burner, or people making you feel like you're small, because the Emperor, he is strong and he is in charge. He is like I keep wanting to say it, the boss energy. He is like pure fire energy. This also is Aries. So if some of you have Aries strong in your chart, or know an Aries in general, if it resonates for you, take it as that. This could be a person that helped you see this new opportunity. But I do strongly feel like this is you right now. And once again, I'm kind of like waving it in your face, like moving this card all around. Most times I just hold the card right there, and for whatever reason, I'm like, woo, like this Emperor is you being authoritative with your life, dictating what you want to do, because he ain't gonna play no bullshit. Look at his eyes. Like, I know the camera's not crazy focused. Let me try to get it to focus a little bit. But regardless, his eyes are like, he's got his eyes out. Like he's looking. That's the new skill you developed, was to look at things completely different. And that's clear now to you. That's this action that's coming in so hot, because now that this is being clarified, and this Knight of Swords that's already here, once again, another card coming out within this reading that's like clarifying. We've got so many multiplicities here. So many energies of 2, once again, I'm going to point out as well. But this Knight of Swords that's down here at the bottom is facing this Page of Pentacles. And now we have it showing that the Knight of Swords was here to do this. This skill you learned was to be there for yourself. Enough said. Like, and we're gonna clarify the Knight of Swords in a second anyways, and we're gonna go further in that and see if there's any other messages there. But let's clarify this Ten of Pentacles. Let's clarify this final outcome, where you'll be arriving, where this abundant energy is gonna take place, and what this is gonna make you feel, what it's gonna bring to you. Spirit, can we clarify the Ten of Pentacles, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Want to come out. You have the Seven of Pentacles, growth. You guys have discarded so much. There could be some things that you still need to discard. Like I said, sorry, I'm trying to pick up these cards. With these energies, something that you still need to get more perspective on, something that might need, my ears are ringing right now, something that still needs to go. There's a heavy theme here of something that still needs to go. If that's within your own mind and your own mindset in general, you need to banish that. If it's a physical person or just like something that's still in your life, this is that pause of reflection. Like I said, there's been this much needed wording of pause and reflect. And before we can get to this 10, we got to go through this 7. And the 7 of Pentacles, he's all sitting here in front of all these things, looking at this tree, and all this tree is showing all the fruits of his labor. We've got multitudes of things here. He's got one below his feet that he has taken down from here. But what it's showing is that he's got dirt all over his hands, and he's paused in the moment. He's still trying to continue working, but he's sitting there pausing and looking at all that he has and being like, what doesn't serve me right now and what does? Because this is a card of growth. This is a card of pruning your tree, essentially, taking off things that are decaying or causing an imbalance in structure for yourself, or like, you know, you're not able to harvest. Like, you've planted all these seeds and now you kind of got to prune a thing. I always I say this almost probably in any time that this comes up in a reading for me. This overall to me always means that if you have a plant that's growing, that you've planted those seeds and you've watched it shoot up from that soil, and this energy is now showing like beautiful abundance and growth and like everything is great, but then all of a sudden parts of it aren't getting enough sunlight, or parts of it aren't getting enough water, where regardless it's not getting the nourishment it deserves, and little pieces of it start to decay. And what do we do when we see dead leaves on our plants or dead flowers and things like that? We pluck them off, so that way that death, decayed energy isn't sitting there anymore to kill the rest of the plant. Because whenever we discard what does not serve, then we can flourish past that. So that aligns strongly with that 10 of Pentacles. Let's get one more clarifying card for this 7 of Pentacles over the 10 of Pentacles. Judgment. Wake up call. Spirit screaming down at you so that way you can rejoice in this. I think that once you take these things that are still lingering, because we do have this a lot within this, like especially the challenge position in general, your challenge, the 2 of Swords and the 2 of Pentacles, making this decision and getting rid of the things that aren't still going to serve you, these mindsets, whatever they are, you got to let them go, because Judgment saying you're going to be able to rejoice in this 10 of Pentacles, but you got to let those things go before you can. And this information is going to have to come in quick. You're going to have to learn that new skill. You're going to have to learn to put yourself first. What's this Knight of Swords? Let's get further clarification on this, please. Now that fear is ringing again. You guys might be experiencing earrings, and I don't know if you know what earrings are. This is the first time I've ever mentioned it. We have the King of Wands here. The earrings usually is a moment whenever like Spirit's downloading something to you. I like to tell everybody now, because I've saw it recently, you start having earrings, if you're a spiritual person, close your eyes. Because what you see, I've seen it a couple of times now. I did it for a long time, kept closing my eyes and I wouldn't see anything. And now I'm starting to see pictures coming in, not just for you, but for myself. Whenever I heard that message of like, close your eyes whenever your ears start to ring. Listen to those messages. Also, not only just close your eyes. If you're driving, please don't close your eyes. If you're driving and your ear starts to ring, look up the billboards that you're passing. Look at what's around you. See things with a different perspective. Look at different things in your environment to gain a different perspective. This information that's coming in for this Knight of Swords is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is sought after for his creativity, but he's also at a place of power himself. He's very similar to this Emperor energy. This is going to be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries as well. But this person is like looking back at this energy, and these two right here, I'm still seeing like stand your ground and be like yourself. You're like in the hot spot right now, you guys. Like, I'm gonna get one more clarifying card, but the King of Wands is somebody that has been there, done that at the end of the day, because he's sought after by other people for his creativity, for his knowledge, his passions. He's already done everything. And this is saying that, like, as he's looking back, because like I said, both these cards right here are facing and like directly looking at this Page of Pentacles, this Emperor, this Knight of Swords, that's clarifying there more further. And what it's saying to you is, this manifestation, this wand is sitting here in his hand. You got to like pick up that wand and make things happen for yourself, because the King of Wands makes things happen for people. When somebody comes to him with a promise of something, he's like, oh, I know exactly how to do that, and then goes and does it. Let's get one more clarifying card. 2 popped in my head, so I'm hoping 2 come out. If not, I'm going to pull a second after that. Saw 2. Like I said, 2s. You guys are seeing 2, 2, 2. Justice, truth, rectification over something, balance again, because we've got the Libra scales here. This also is a card of Libra. I'm hearing that something also might have happened during Libra season for you guys, back a ways back. Like, some of you guys might resonate with this. Maybe this was an energy that was kind of like floating there in January. You're going to start to like see all this stuff, or whatever this is going to come to fruition. But regardless, justice is like kind of like almost like in the sense of karma. When we have karma here in the form of the Judgment card clarifying the other one, so lots of truth and answers being revealed to you, because this person holds that sword that is featured in all the swords suit in general, and that's mental clarity. And what do we have down here below her? Balance. As above, so below. Same as like the manifestor energy for the Magician. What you've found truth in is what you guys found for yourself. You guys did this. You guys are a freaking powerhouse for yourself right now. Let's get one more clarifying card. As I went to shuffle that, by the way, at the bottom of the deck was the 6 of Swords, which is at the beginning of your reading. One more clarification before we move into Sagittarius' affirmation for the month of January. There we have it. 9 of Swords. Overthinking, restlessness, staying up at night, insomnia, but just mental chatter in general. You guys need to listen to this truth. Or if you're hearing the truth, you need to listen to it in general, but this is like overactive mindsets. Maybe you guys are thinking way too much into this. And this Knight of Swords, for the, 4th time now, 3rd time, both of my ears started ringing again. You guys need to listen to yourself. Like, at this time that you're spending with yourself stuck in your head, you need to use your power of manifestation, because of whatever reason I left the Magician down here, even though he belonged up here with the Ace of Cups. You guys need to take all this energy that I've just mentioned and kind of like find truth in it. When you're sitting here in this like mind state right now where you're at, I'm not going to see this as a bad thing, because you're using this to find authority and truth in yourself. And this is information that's coming in really fast. So I think you guys are just thinking about so much at one time, so much. You're probably receiving downloads in general. Maybe this Jupiter expansion in Aquarius is opening up your mind to so much and so fast that you guys are getting all your answers. You're like, okay, well, I'm going to know this. I'm going to be able to assert myself this way and do this thing this way. The overall message, I think, is just going to be listen to yourself. There's so much doubt here in the challenge position, but also so much balance and so much you just being like, hey, once I take that blindfold off, I can see things a little more clearly. Overall illumination is coming for you, because over that card that I'm just sitting here talking about was that sun. So you guys just need to illuminate your own life. There's so much yellow here. I'm going to pick up my camera for like 2 seconds, but there's so much yellow here on this reading, so much warmth and like glow coming in. And I'm happy for you guys for that. And that's all I have for you right now. Definitely make sure to tune in for next month, for February 2021. Or if I decide to do a mid-month for you guys, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to like cycle through monthly zodiacs right now, so I'm not overwhelmed myself. But those are the messages that I have for you. Please feel free to like check out next month's and like, subscribe, and share, so that way you can be in tune and get notifications for the next video, so we can like maybe see what's happening past January, because I'm very excited for you guys to see what's coming for you. What you guys are doing for yourself is so empowering, and I feel that so abundantly for you guys. I have my air conditioning running out in my house, and it is raining outside, so there's no reason why I should feel overly warm right now. But all right here, I just feel like literally so comforted by warmth. And with that, I'm going to read you your affirmation card that I wrote out at the beginning of this video, or before I started recording this video. And I think 100% as usual, I write these out before and then I do the reading, and like they so apply. So I know this message is needed to hear for you guys. So let's take the time together to listen to it. The reins to my life are guided by me. I hold the power to change what's needed. I take new steps towards the life that I deserve. I am aligned with my highest will, and I choose to manifest consciously, directly, and with integrity. 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 What have I talked about so much? This is my little card that I wrote out. Like, it's even got my little errors on it. Like, you guys are facing things directly. I told you in the beginning of the reading that you guys are a very direct sign in general. And now what you guys are manifesting consciously. I am so happy for you guys. I cannot wait to see what's going on in February for you guys. I'm saying you guys, there's such a collective that are, oh, I love it. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to see myself out. You guys have a happy and abundant and radiant January.